So, 3 years ago, I posted on this very channel a video called "Is it possible to beat Mario Kart 8 without touching a coin or an item box?" And in it, I played through every single track featured in the 8 cups of the original Mario Kart 8 game while dodging the yucky coins and all of the item boxes. Well, now with the beautiful Booster Course Pass DLC that keeps adding new tracks every few months, I decided I should revive this challenge and attempt it with the first 3 waves. The rules are simple. We're playing through those DLC tracks one after the other using the Versus mode at 150cc, and basically we cannot touch a single item box and we cannot collect a single coin. In Mario Kart, you start a race with 5 coins that are given to you, so I'll also try to get rid of those 5 coins while I'm at it, just to be perfectly clean. Now that everything has been said, let's just jump into it. Paris Promenade is a bit annoying for this challenge because every single item box takes the entire track, meaning you'll always have to let someone in front of you so that they can clear it out of the way. Thankfully, as you reach the Eiffel Tower, you can skip this row of item boxes by going to the left over there instead. As for the coins, they'll often be in the middle of the track or on the sides, meaning there's always a way to dodge them all. When you're gliding in midair, just strafe left or right to dodge this pack and everything will be good. Remember everyone complaining about 3DS Toad Circuit when it was first shown in the trailer, saying it looked way too simple with ugly looking textures? Well, for this challenge, I'm gonna have to be honest. This track is also super simple to beat. Every single item box can be dodged by going on the sides of the track or by just going on the grass. The track is pretty wide too, so dodging coins is actually not too difficult. All in all, this track was a total joke. N64 Choco Mountain is a pretty interesting track for this challenge. The item boxes are located on the track and you can dodge them by driving on the sides, but some of these sides are actually super narrow, meaning you have to slow down quite a lot in order to drive through it. This is a bit scary, but actually super satisfying to pull off. As for the coins, they're actually pretty simple to dodge, including the ones in the sky while you glide. Here we are, the fan favorite, Wii Coconut Mall, and don't you worry, as this track will not coconut mall you, because all of the item boxes can be dodged by driving on the sides of this very wide mall. I do have to admit that this set of boxes at the end of the circular staircase will be a bit more scary looking, but alas, it's actually possible to do it. As for the coins, well, you know the drill. They're always located on the sides of the track and you can dodge them by driving carefully. Welcome to Tokyo Blur, a track that features a lot of item boxes on the way. And while this track is actually quite narrow, I noticed that if you aim for one of the corners, you'll bump on it and will avoid collecting the item boxes, which is actually pretty cool. This track also changes every single lap, bringing new challenges and things to dodge, but the wall technique seems to always work out fine. There's also quite a lot of coins on the track here, but if you pay attention to them, you can always plan your route ahead and complete it without collecting a single one. DS Shroom Ridge is up, and this one is quite different from all the previous tracks from this DLC. All of the item boxes are moving with the flow of the traffic, meaning that in order to avoid them, you have to purposely drive away from them, kinda like you're avoiding those trucks and cars. This also makes this challenge super fun and interesting. And guess what? The majority of coins are also moving like this. More things to dodge. This next one is actually interesting. GBA Sky Garden features a bunch of clouds you can drive on, allowing you to dodge the item boxes and coins that could potentially be in your way. This makes this track pretty simple to clear for this challenge. But wait a minute, there's still one set of item boxes that is actually pretty difficult to dodge, and it's this one. You have to go to the left or to the right, but not too much or else you will fall down. If you get it just the right way, you'll dodge the item box and will also get a sweet jump on this mushroom bounce pad. Nice! Ninja Hideaway is actually a very fun track with multiple paths you can take. And while it's actually super fun to have access to all these different areas, it also makes this challenge way easier. Some parts do contain more item boxes and coins than others, so if you want to clear this one coinless and also boxless, you'll just have to figure out the best path to take. Personally, I always go for the bottom path no matter what. The road is wide, the coins and boxes are easy to dodge, and you won't get backed into a corner, forced to touch a yucky item box, or even worse, a gross coin. Remember Paris Promenade, where you actually needed people in front of you to grab the boxes because the road was too narrow? Well, this is exactly what we'll need to be doing in New York Minute. Why are New York streets so tight? Thankfully, there's a couple sets of boxes which you can avoid by driving on the sides. But dang, this one was annoying to clear. And the coins are also pretty dangerous, especially the ones near the Rockefeller Center. I mean, look at that! You have to drive in between them! Dang, that was scary! Welcome to SNES Mario Circuit 3, a classic track that is actually very easy to beat. As you can tell, this one is a big, wide racetrack, meaning that if you want to avoid boxes and coins, you just have to drive on the sand on the sides of the track. It's that simple. And to get rid of those 5 yucky base coins you start with, just drive on the oil spills and they'll be all gone. Welcome to the desert, and get ready to drive on sand if you want to avoid those item boxes. Most of them are located on the track itself, forcing you to move on the sides to dodge them all, but it's possible to do it. The coins are also a bit annoying to dodge, especially on the ramp leading to the train track on lap 2. I just dropped on the left side to avoid them. Oh, and be wary of the big choo-choo train. This dude can kill your vibe real quick. Waluigi Pinball is typically one of my favorite Mario Kart tracks, but I have to admit that for this challenge, it is annoying. Like, pretty much all of the track is wide enough to allow you to dodge all of the pesky coins and the item boxes. There's just this one clutch point where you actually need people to clear out the path in front of you. This jump here with all of the coins will force you to wait for people, and you'll need them again to clear those item boxes over there. Thankfully, after those areas are cleared, the rest is pretty simple. Welcome to Australia! More specifically, welcome to Sydney Sprint. This track has different places to explore for every single lap, which is pretty cool. The only problem I see with this one happens during lap 1, where you need to wait for people to clear out this set of boxes for you. But once this is done, you can actually dodge everything else by yourself by driving carefully and staying on the very edges of the map. Sometimes it's a bit scary, but it's thankfully all possible. GBA Snowland is such a cool looking track, probably the best one from the first 2 waves of DLC. But anyways, this track is actually pretty easy, as all of the item boxes can be dodged by being careful. Same thing goes for the coins. Just drive carefully and you'll clear this one in no time. A fan favorite, Wee Mushroom Gorge is here, and to be honest, this one was actually pretty easy to beat. I actually never drive on the path to the left when I get over there, but now I actually did it. I didn't want to have to deal with those item boxes over there. It's way simpler to just drive around. Once you're in the cave, here's the best path I found. Bounce on those red mushrooms and then use the blue one to glide around all of those coins and you'll be good. It's that simple. Sky High Sundae is a tricky one. There are tons of item boxes and coins located in very awkward places, like this circle of boxes at the end of a gliding section. You'll have to slow down and go in between if you want to be safe. And then you have those coins on those ramps that are pretty easy to collect by accident, as you don't really see them that well. But here's the biggest problem. This part here will require you to have some people in front of you to clear out a path for you. Super annoying, especially since it's the only part that does that. But once it is done, you'll be all good. London Loop is a really long track that features both easy segments and difficult ones. Sometimes you'll have more than enough room to dodge the coins and item boxes by driving on the sides, but other times you'll actually need some drivers in front of you to clear out the boxes. Thankfully, if you stay close to other drivers, you'll be able to reach the end and clear this one. GBA Boo Lake was really annoying as the track is super narrow, meaning that in order to avoid the item boxes, you'll often need some friends in front of you. Sure, you can drive off the track, but this loses a lot of time, so the best strategy is to have the other drivers clearing them out for you. As for the coins, they're located on the sides and we can dodge them all by driving carefully. Choco Mountain is back, and this one is actually not too difficult, as you can drive on the sides of the track to dodge the coins and the item boxes. There's just one single set of boxes before the big jump that will require other drivers, as there's just no way to drive left or right to dodge them, but once this is cleared, the rest is easy. Fan favorite Maple Treeway has never looked so good, and to be fair, this track is actually quite easy for this challenge, because all of the boxes can be dodged by driving on the sides. Sometimes it does look a bit sketchy, but they can all be dodged. And as you do your epic drifting on those trees, watch out for those coins in the middle of the track and everything will be okay. It's time to visit Berlin, and as I expected, this track is a bit annoying for the challenge. All of the Mario Kart Tour tracks seem to force us to have people drive in front of us to dodge the item boxes. This time, there's a bunch of ways to avoid most of the item boxes, but there's always one or two spots that will force us to keep the opponents close to us. As for the yucky coins, there are multiple paths to avoid them, so it's not a big deal. Man, I didn't expect DS Peach Gardens to be so fun and to look so good, but wow. And it's actually super fun too. There's a couple item boxes located in some awkward positions, but by driving carefully, we can actually dodge them all. And for the final lap, things are a bit different, and a new gliding section has been added. And as you glide to the other side of the labyrinth, make sure to tilt the joystick down to fly above this final set of item boxes, and then everything will be good. The coins are actually quite easy to dodge, so don't you worry about it. Ho ho ho! It's Merry Mountain! This Christmas theme track is not too difficult, and the only set of item boxes that will be a threat is this one located on the wooden bridge. Make sure to have someone in front of you and things will be fine. The other sets of boxes can be dodged by driving on the sides and on the snow, and as for the coins, the only dangerous ones are those thrown by Santa up there in the sky. Hey bro, I am not on the naughty list, so don't you throw yucky coins at me, okay? Wow, 3DS Rainbow Road has no reason to look that good. It's a masterpiece, the most beautiful looking track ever made in a Mario Kart game. I just can't believe my eyes! And thankfully, I had plenty of time to look at the beauty of this track, as the boxes and coins are all located in places that allow us to dodge them quite easily. Wow, it's so beautiful! Yes, it is possible to beat Wave 1, 2, 3 of the Booster Course Pass in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe without touching a single item box or a single coin. Some tracks were a bit tricky, but your opponents can be quite helpful. Thanks a lot for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash like, and if you want more challenges, tap the cards on screen right now. Bye!